Claire, are you there? I think you probably already know what this is about, but when are you going to give me grandchildren?
Oh, hello, Francine. It's nice to hear from you, too. I hope that you've been doing well. I also hope that we were past the point where you always greet me with the same question, but...
So basically you're saying that you're still not pregnant. I can't guarantee things will go well for you in this family if you don't hurry up. So tell me, when do you think you'll finally get pregnant?
Well, it's really a matter that's just up to me, you know? I mean, babies are made with two people, so it's not like I can just will myself to become pregnant. And after that, there's the problem of timing it correctly around other life decisions. Basically, I don't think this is really something you can plan out or make an exact schedule for. I was hoping that as a woman that has given birth before, that you would be a little more sympathetic to my situation.
You would be right if you were talking about giving birth back in my day, but things are different now. I mean, surely science and medicine have advanced enough to the point where you can measure out exactly when you'll have one.
To be honest, I don't think either of us are really qualified to be making those kinds of statements with any kind of real certainty. After all, neither of us are doctors or even in the medical field.
Okay then, if that's how you are going to be, then why don't you just go to a hospital, have a doctor examine you, and let them decide when would be best for you?
Well, I guess I could do that, but I would want Sam there with me if I did.
What? What does my son have to do with you getting pregnant? That doesn't make any sense.
Well, I'm just one person, right? But it takes two people to make a baby, so if I did see a doctor about when we could have one, I would want to go together as a couple.
Oh my gosh, sometimes I just really cannot believe you. You know that? Why are you always trying to take my poor Sam down?
Sorry? I don't think I quite understand what you mean by that. I only want the best for him.
Well, if you put even a second of thought more into this idea of yours, you might understand. Do you know how embarrassing it would be for Sam as a man to go to the maternity clinic? He would be a laughingstock. Everyone would think he's a freak. How can you say you want the best for him when you want to make him degrade himself like that?
I'm sorry. I really don't know what I could even say to respond to that. I guess we just really don't see eye to eye on some matters, but that isn't any different than usual.
I knew it. Be honest with me. You can't have kids, can you?
Are you asking me if I have some sort of condition? Well, like we've established here, I haven't even been to a doctor to seriously look into the possibilities of having a kid, so I really couldn't tell you.
Well then, that is all the more reason to go to the doctors and have them look at you, isn't it? You never know. They might find something, and then you might have to undergo some kind of fertility treatment. Better to catch that sooner than later, I would think.
That's fine, but in any case, I still would want to go to the doctor together with Sam.
I thought I already told you that that plan was no good. He doesn't belong there. Why do you keep insisting on trying to drag him there?
Well, like I said, it takes two people to make a baby. What if the problem isn't with me, but with Sam? I'm just thinking that if we're going to go to the doctor, then we might as well cover our bases and make sure we're both able to have kids.
Are you trying to insult my poor baby? Do you even hear what you are saying about him?
I'm not trying to imply anything about anyone. I'm just saying that medically speaking, neither of us have any confirmation that we can even have kids.
Very sorry, dear, but you have just overstepped several boundaries that you should not have. I am afraid that I will have to talk about this in private with the family.
And I'm assuming that your son's wife is not part of said family, correct?
Well, of course. What do you have to do with this? Maybe you should just keep your nose in your own business and stay in your own lane when your mother-in-law tells you to,
I see. Is that what I should do?
Claire, are you there? We need to talk. I've discussed matters with the family, and we have come to a conclusion together. I would like to share it with you so we can talk about the next steps to take. To begin with, we have all decided that it would be best if you divorce Sam.
Excuse me? Why would I do that?
Because we all decided together that it would be best. It was one of the things that we all unanimously agreed on, so there is no getting out of it. We all agree that this family doesn't need a woman in it if she can't give the family any offspring. That is why I am asking you to start the divorce process with Sam right away.
Oh, okay. Wow. So it's all been decided already, huh? I feel like I need to ask, is Sam going to be coming home at all tonight then?
Are you crazy? Read what I just sent you. You two are about to get divorced. Of course he isn't going to be coming home to you. But that doesn't really matter for you. The house is under Sam's name anyways, so we also ask that you please leave from there right away and not put up a fight.
Oh, so you were planning to kick me out of the house too. I see. If that's the case, then you can tell Sam it's fine if he goes home.
Just why would I tell him something like that while you are still there?
Well, because I've already moved out of the house and gone to live with my parents.
Oh, really? Have you now?
Yes, and don't worry, I've already filled out my share of the divorce papers and left them at the house. Please tell Sam to send them to my parents after he signs where he needs to. Then, once I send those off to be officiated, the two of us will be legally divorced.
Oh, well, I suppose I must thank you for making this much easier than I thought it would be. I'm glad you finally started to see some reason.
As for splitting up our things, since we were only married for about half a year, I think most of our accounts and belongings are still pretty personal and not shared. I don't think there'll be any huge need to divide up our property, but if anything comes up, feel free to contact me about it. Okay, I'll be taking my leave now. Please hurry and send the signed divorce papers so this can end quickly.
Claire, I am messaging to let you know that I sent ahead those signed papers the day after we talked, but I haven't heard anything since. Is everything on track for the divorce? Unless, just as I thought, you didn't really want to get divorced, and so you use this as a distraction while you can run away.
Oh, Francine! I was just thinking of messaging you. Your timing is impeccable. And if you must know, your little accusation could not be further from the truth. What had happened was that the address you wrote on the envelope was wrong. It took some time, but I just received the package in the mail today.
What? The address was wrong. Are you sure?
And not that long ago, I finished up with the paperwork and sent it all off to be processed.
You did? Wow, that was really fast.
Thank you. I actually was thinking about messaging you because I just got back home from dropping off those papers. As of now, we have nothing left holding us together. You and I are just two random people living in society with no reason ever to contact each other again.
Oh, really? Well,
Thanks for the last 6 months. I'd say it's been fun, but anyways, see you.
That's right. You're no one to me now. You and I and our families are severed. Now my little Sam is single again. But I'm not worried. I know he'll find a nice wife before he knows it. And this time, I will make sure to do a proper examination of the girl and ensure she is the right girl for my Sam. And that she can actually give us grandchildren. So many things to do now. I'll be so busy from here on out. Hello, Claire. It has been a while, hasn't it? Actually, I think it's already been something like 3 years? Isn't that incredible? You know, this isn't the first time that I tried to reach out to you, but I think that you must have blocked my number. Recently, I had Sam help me buy a new phone and get a new number, so I assume these messages are getting through now.
Oh, wow, sorry, but when you say Sam, is this Francine?
Yes! Was that not obvious from the messages I just sent? You should have been able to put that together.
It's nice to hear from you too. Anyways, is there something you need from me, Francine?
That That's rich. You get a message from me and you dare to pretend like you don't know what this is about?
No, I don't know what this is about. Why else would I ask unless I didn't know? But if I'm being honest, I really just want you to spit out whatever you need from me so that we can hurry up and get through this faster.
Claire, there is no need to play dumb with me. I know the truth already. Stop with these games right now.
Look, I have a lot going on in my life, and if there's anyone without time to play games, it's me. So can you please just tell me what this is about?
How could you, Claire? How could you try to hide something so huge from me? Did you really think I would never find out?
Excuse me? You think I've been hiding something from you? Well, you haven't even been in my life the past 3 years?
I told you that I wasn't interested in playing your games, Claire. Don't play dumb. I have so many witnesses who have caught you red-handed. There is no point in lying anymore. Just admit the truth so we can have a conversation like real adults.
Francine, you need to read what I'm writing to you right now, okay? I do not have a single clue what the heck you're talking about. Do you understand me? And if you're just going to talk around the topic at hand, then the conversation can't go anywhere because you aren't telling what it is you want to talk about.
I have a friend who lives in your neighborhood. I've asked her to stake out your house for me before. She's seen you and Sam going in and out of your house together. She knows you two are still together.
What are you talking about?
But it is okay. I will forgive your lying and playing dumb. I have decided that I am ready to re-welcome you to my family. That is why I'm messaging you now.
You're what? What are you talking about right now? You think Sam and I are still together?
Of course you are. And I know that you have had a kid since. So, you bring Sam and my grandchild back to me right now.
Your grandchild? And just who do you think that might be?
Don't you lie to me. I know that you had a child, and I know you did it with Sam. That's my grandson. I'm his grandmother, and I have a right to meet him.
But I haven't even had any kids. I really, honestly don't know what you're talking about.
Don't try and hide it anymore. I am telling you that I know the truth. I even asked my friend to take photos of you two together. You can't deny the evidence.
You sent someone to spy on and take photos of me?
It doesn't matter anymore. I've almost arrived to your house to take you back. Pack your essentials and get ready to leave right away.
You're what? What is going on here?
What is this? Claire! You should have told me that you live in such a lovely home. I never knew. You even have a lovely yard for the boy to run around in. Why, this place looks just marvelous to raise a family. Actually, maybe I shouldn't be taking you home at all. This house looks huge. I'm sure you have plenty of extra room. I'm sure it would be more than simple for Sam and I to move in here instead. Claire, are you going to answer the door? Don't keep me waiting.
Wow, you really did have my address. I really didn't want to believe you. Francine, the doorbell is really loud and can bother the neighbors. Can you please stop ringing it?
If you want me to stop, then you better get down here right now and answer this door. You should know better than to leave your husband and mother-in-law waiting outside here.
Francine, this isn't my house that we're at right now.
Oh, it's not your house? Is that so?
I assume that if you're ringing the bell, you already passed by the mailbox with the family's name written on it, right?
The mailbox? I didn't check it at all, but... Oh, that's curious. I don't think I've heard of this family before, and it's certainly not your maiden name.
Anyways, Francine, you're trespassing on this house without any permission from the actual owners to be here. I think that about a block down on the right side of the street, there should be a cafe. It's a red brick building. I think it would be quite hard to miss. Can you please go and wait there? I'll go and meet you in a couple of minutes.
I don't know what kind of nonsense you are trying to pull here, but if this really is someone else's house, then I'll go to that cafe instead. And make sure to bring my grandson when you come here, or else you'll regret it. Do you hear me? Claire, what is the meaning of this? You better explain yourself to me right this instant. Who is this guy you sent to come speak for you? You know, this whole time he was talking like you two were together or something like that. Whoever this guy is, he clearly has the wrong idea and you need to set him straight. I've never met such a rude man. Did you know he is even calling himself your husband?
Yes, that is correct. I married that man 2 years ago.
What did you just say to me? Are you being serious? You mean, are you trying to tell me that you are raising my grandchild together with this random man? What is wrong with you, woman?
No. Think about it, Francine. My son is not your grandson.
No, you're wrong, Claire. I've done the math in my head and it adds up. Just by looking at him, I can tell that you probably got pregnant with this kid around the time that you submitted your divorce papers.
Be that as it may, this kid is in no way related to you.
How? That doesn't make any sense. Explain yourself right now. Unless... Don't tell me you cheated on Sam?
I'm pretty sure that the kid you saw was my husband's son from his previous marriage.
What? He had a kid from a previous marriage?
That's right. When I married that man, he was a single father.
And you still married him? What were you thinking? Okay then, well, if that kid is his, then where is my grandchild?
Still not really understanding what's going on here, huh?
Quit hiding him from me and let me meet him right now. It isn't right what you're doing to us.
Lady, look, I've told you, I don't know how many times yet. I have not had any kids of my own yet. I have nothing I could hide from you, even if I wanted to. Do you understand me?
I'm sick of talking to you like this. If you're so sure about all of this, then why don't you come here and face me yourself? Or did you really just think you could drag Sam and I around and drop us off wherever you wanted as long as it was out of your hair? If you think we are going to leave without even seeing you once, then you are sorely mistaken. Come here right now.
Well, I'm sorry you feel that way, Francine. But after all, you were the one who came here uninvited. Anyways, there's no way I'm going down there to meet you.
So, you're just going to run away again? You coward.
No, I'm not running, but I'm doing what I think is best for the kid I have inside of me right now.
What did you just say?
We just found out, so there'll be many more exams, but we're hoping that the fetus is growing and healthy, and I want it to stay that way, which is why I'm going to do my best to keep it out of harm's way. And that especially includes meeting you in person.
You mean, that means that you can get pregnant?
Isn't that the whole reason that you reached out to me in the first place? Because you'd heard I'd already had a kid of my own?
Well, yes, but I just came here so that I could confirm for myself whether or not what my friend told me was true. If it wasn't, then I was completely ready to go back to thinking you were just a barren old shrew.
Okay, well, that was really rude. Can you two please just go home now? We're already divorced. We have nothing holding us together. No need to be in each other's lives anymore. I thought we had already established this. It shouldn't be news.
But this changes things now. If you can get pregnant, then that means you really could have another chance with my Sam. It's not too late.
You think I even want another chance with Sam? Like some kind of betting game where the stakes are my whole life or something?
What's the matter? Come now, don't be so dramatic. And besides, just what is wrong with getting back together with my little Sammy anyways?
Everything. I mean, isn't it just like you said? It was the same when we talked about the divorce. Did he ever push back on what you said? It's already been 3 years since we were together, but I still remember. There was one day that we were together, and at the dinner table you just kept hurling abuse at him. And And he just sat there saying nothing and looking down at the table like a little boy being scolded.
And just what is wrong with that? A boy should listen to his mother. I don't see any issue there.
Oh my goodness, do you really need me to spell it out for you?
What are you talking about? Just spit it out.
I'm saying I don't want to marry a man with an Oedipus complex.
What? You think that my son thinks of me like that? You're sick.
And if you think that I'm going to go back to living with a husband who wants to sleep with his mother while she bullies me mercilessly, well, then you are just delusional. I will never go back to that. Never.
You think he has a complex?
Yes, that's what I just said. Your son is a little weirdo in love with his even stranger mother.
What did you just say to me?
It doesn't matter. In any case, you're lucky because my husband reminded me that I'm pregnant and shouldn't be getting this mad for the sake of the baby. So I'll be ending this conversation now.
Wait right there! You have to remarry Sam. He's got no one else. And besides, what am I supposed to do? I've already gone around to all my neighbors to tell them about you having my grandson and that you and Sam were going to get remarried. Do you know how embarrassing it will be for me to go around and tell them all that that wasn't true? Just imagine it. You wouldn't want me to go through that. Please, everything will be okay if you just marry Sam again. I need this. Claire, are you listening to me? I'm being honest right now. This isn't a game.
After that, Francine and Sam tried showing up at the house again and refused to leave. Finally, my husband got so mad that we went outside and told them that if they didn't leave, he would call the police. Well, at the same moment, they got scared and they hightailed it out of there. Later, I heard from another person in the neighborhood that there was a strange lady going around and stopping young women saying, "Would you mind if I checked to see if you could carry my precious son's child?" Needless to say, the police were called before long. Maybe Sam did end up going to get examined to see if he could have kids. I wonder if they had bad news for him. I shouldn't be making assumptions, but after all this happened, I heard that Sam suddenly had a huge change of character. He left his house and his clingy, controlling mother. Apparently, he did not leave quietly, though, and many people saw him shouting that he didn't like his mom in that way and stormed out. As for Francine, now she lives a sad life all alone in her home. Laura, are you there? Guess what? I have a huge announcement to make.
Oh, it's you. What do you want?
What kind of way is that to greet an old friend, huh? We used to be so close. Why are you going to act like this when I've barely even said anything to you?
We may have been friends, but we are not friends now. Not to mention the fact that our kids don't even go to the same school anymore, so we don't have that as an excuse to talk. And moreover, that was probably the nicest way that I could have reacted to you, considering the fact that you stole my husband away from me. In fact, the only reason that I got your message was because I forgot to block your number. So thanks for reminding me, and goodbye.
Wait, no, hold on! The whole reason I messaged you is because I have a huge announcement for you. If you block me now, then you'll never know what it was.
And just what is this announcement of yours?
Well, first of all, enough time has passed since you and Copper broke up, so now him and I have officially been able to get married.
Okay then, is that all you wanted to tell me?
Of course not. I have one more thing. I'm pregnant with Cooper's baby.
You are going to be having Coop's kid.
I'm sure you're just so jealous, aren't you? We don't know whether it's going to be a boy or a girl yet, but I'm sure you must be furious now that I'm pregnant with the child of the man that you loved.
Right. So then, is that all that you had to say to me?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, were those the big announcements that you wanted to make?
Of course they were. And aren't they just the best news you've ever heard? To have the child of the man that you love, isn't that every woman's dream?
I don't really like to make a habit of speaking for all women, but if you really think that's good news, then I guess I have to say that I'm impressed by you.
More like jealous, you mean? I bet that you've been trying your hardest to forget all about your time with Cooper, and now I've gone and brought back all those painful memories, huh?
I actually have already forgotten all about him. Coop who? And anyways, with both of you out of my life, I've been able to concentrate on my career and I have tons of free time to pursue whatever I want. In fact, this conversation is actually interrupting something right now.
What do you mean? What is it interrupting?
That's my business. You have a nice life. I'm going to go now.
I get it. You're upset because now that you're a single mother, you're going to have to work all day around the clock, huh? You'll be poor and never have time for anything. And now that I've stolen Cooper from you, I'll be living a rich and easy life while you struggle for every little thing. Anyways, I may have more news for you in the future, so don't go blocking me yet. Laura, are you there? Man, who knew that being pregnant would be this difficult? I'm doing my best to keep all the pregnancy pounds off, but it isn't easy. At least the morning sickness seems to have quieted down for now. But a pregnant woman can never let her guard down, you know? Even Coop is working hard to make sure that we have enough money for when this little one arrives. He's at work from sunup and doesn't come home until late at night. All because he's working so hard for his new family. Oh man, my belly is huge now. I really hope that I don't get any stretch marks because of this. But I have to say that I'm just so happy with my life right now. Oh, right, that reminds me. I had a quick favor to ask you. Once I have this kid, I want you to stop talking to Coop's parents, okay? Oh, and one more big thing. We found out that we're going to be having a boy. You know what that means, right? It means that I'm going to give birth to an heir that's going to be able to take over Coop's business when he's ready. You only ever had some lousy daughter who was never going to be able to achieve anything by herself. But I guess this just proves that I was the right girl for Cooper all along, since I gave him a son on the first try. Laura, are you there? I just wanted to let you know that I gave birth to my son yesterday and there were 0 complications. He's the spitting image of his father, and I just know that he's going to grow up to be a great man like him too. But you know, I've never actually met Cooper's parents. In fact, they don't want to meet me because they don't think I'm the right girl for him. Can you believe that they would say something like that about me? After I gave them a male grandchild?
They're one of your life updates again, Donna.
You finally responded! I was wondering if I was talking to a wall or if you were really there reading my messages in silence. I guess you finally accepted the truth about the situation, huh? Was it finally having my son that made it all sink in?
I don't know what you want me to say to that. Congrats on the kid, I guess?
That's a start.
But are you sure you know who the father of that kid is?
What do you mean?
Well, I just don't think that the two of you are going to be cut out to raise that kid. It would probably just be better if you handed him over to his real dad to take care of him, don't you think?
What are you talking about? This is our son. This is the child that Cooper and I had together.
So then you're telling me you guys had some kind of fertility treatment going on?
What are you talking about? There was nothing like that at all. This is a totally natural baby made the old-fashioned way.
So basically, it was a natural birth, is what you're saying. If that's the case, then I really don't think it's possible that that kid is actually Cooper's.
That doesn't make any sense. You're just jealous, and so you're just trying to get into my head. Well, it's not gonna work, you hear me? I know the facts, and that's all that matters. Missed call? Missed call? Laura, are you there? Please, you need to pick up the phone right now. You were the one who called my ex-husband, weren't you? He showed up at our house demanding a paternity test for Cooper and I's kid. He seems to think that it's his and not Cooper's.
I guess you still haven't figured it out yet then, huh?
Figured out what? What is going on here?
Well, the thing is that Cooper can't have kids. He's impotent.
He's what? Is that supposed to be some kind of joke?
No, it really is true. His body just can't produce enough sperm to get anyone pregnant.
That isn't a thing. You're lying to me.
It's true. Even our daughter. We adopted from an agency when she was only 4 years old.
Wait, is that true?
It is. Cooper refused to look into any kind of treatment for his condition, so it was the only way that we could have any kids together.
You're lying. You have to be lying right now.
Well, you came to me telling me that you were pregnant not that long after you ran off with Cooper. So, if you were thinking about how long it takes to tell that you're pregnant, then that means there is a high chance that insemination occurred while you were still with your husband. In other words, it's quite likely that it is in fact your ex-husband's kid.
Are you kidding me? That can't be right.
Well, do you want to know what Cooper told me the day that he left me? He said that you had actually already had a kid, which proved that you were fertile. He seemed to think that you were his last chance to try and have a natural child. He refused to acknowledge that he was the problem and ran off with you instead.
That can't be right. Please, tell me that it isn't true.
It really is. If you doubt me, you can go and ask Cooper's parents. They know about this. If anything, that's probably why they want nothing to do with either of you now. Although, they can't just cut him off since Cooper is paying them back after they paid off his legal fees from our divorce.
I don't even know what to say. You horrible, horrible woman. This is all your fault. He took my son. He took my son and got custody of him. I thought that moms were always supposed to get custody. This isn't fair. You ruined everything. What am I supposed to do now, huh?
I take it that your ex-husband sued for the right to raise your son.
That's right. He took Coop and I's son away from us. How could he do that? Doesn't make any sense to me. Now he has custody over both my children and I have nothing.
Well, you were the one who said that you were going to have Cooper's son and that you didn't need any other kid in your life.
But that's because Coop's son was going to take over his dad's company one day. I didn't any other kid if I had one to do that.
Don't tell me that you didn't know about that either.
What do you mean? What are you hiding from me?
Well, first of all, Coop, as you know, is not the president of the company. That position still belongs to his father. The next president was never going to be Coop because his father already chose me to succeed him.
Wait a second. So, you're going to take over Coop's family business?
That's right. And I think that Coop's dad is going to retire quite soon, actually.
But I thought that Coop would take over. Why would they give you that job?
It's a really long story, but I swear to you that I'm telling the truth.
I still want to know what happened. I deserve to know.
Well, if you want me to try and summarize it, basically, Coop's parents didn't want a man who only thinks with what is between his legs running a company. Not to mention how irresponsible he is with money.
So then what does Coop even do at work?
Well, before his affair with you came to light, he was still on track for a successful career here. But after everything came out, he basically was demoted by his father and given a huge pay cut. Now he's just like any other employee there.
So he's not even upper management or anything? But I really didn't know about this at all. What do you mean he's bad with money?
Well, you should know best of all. After all, he pretty much drove himself into debt trying to impress you with all the fancy things he bought for you.
What does that mean, though?
It means that he owes his parents about $30,000 in the form of personal loans. Well, his parents and other loan sharks.
Cooper is $30,000 in debt?
He is, and that's why I suggested to your ex-husband that he would be better suited to raise his son rather than you.
I don't believe it. How could you do this?
I just couldn't stand the thought of a poor child being raised by the likes of you and Cooper.
This is really bad. I basically burnt through my savings in the divorce with my ex-husband and thought that Cooper was going to be able to buy my way out of this trouble. But now I know he doesn't even have any money either. I thought I was going to be living in the lap of luxury. Things weren't supposed to happen this way.
Donna was sure that by having a son, she would have secured her place in Cooper's family by being the mother of their eventual heir to the company. But in the end, Donna's recklessness resulted in the child being taken away and raised by his real father. After that, Donna and Coop began to fight every single day. But without any help from family and with both of them still drowning in debt, they had no choice but to stay together and downgrade to living in a tiny apartment. And since neither of them were confident enough to make it on their own, they still haven't gotten a divorce. I hear that Donna found a job and ended up having an affair with her boss that resulted in her being sued by Coop. You would think she would have learned her lesson, but I guess some things just don't stick.
Hey, Lexi!
Hey, Cameron. Hey, where did you go off to without telling me? I've said before that I want you telling me what you're doing when it gets laid out.
I'm sorry. On my way home from work, my mom called me asking for me to come over and plan out a vacation with her.
A vacation?
Turns out that I'll be going with my mom to Hawaii for New Year's as a small trip.
Are you serious?
We plan to only be there for a week or so you don't have to get too surprised by this one. At first, it was going to be my mom and dad going to Hawaii together for that week, but now that dad's bedridden from his sickness, she's asked for me to go with her instead.
Wait! Why would you guys still plan to go to Hawaii with everything else going on?
What do you mean? Lots of people go on vacation during the New Year's, right? You think we're just joking?
You guys are still planning to go on that trip that your dad was supposed to go on while he's in the hospital, unresponsive because of his condition? At that point, people would normally just cancel the trip and stay home around their family.
But if we were to cancel this whole vacation now, we'd be left having to pay a boatload in cancellation fees to all the hotels and restaurants. So, instead of having to deal with that, I think it's better that I go in Dad's place, and then we won't need to worry about money, right?
But if you've started to think about the condition that your dad is in, you shouldn't have the mindset to go to Hawaii, right?
You think so? I never thought I had to dwell on the thought of my dad being in the hospital that much. My dad won't even know we're gone because he's not even well enough to be awake, and he won't be for a long time, the doctor said. So there's really no point in us being home to go see him if he's not even going to be awake to say anything. I think now's the perfect time that my mom and I go out and do what we want since we don't have to be held down by him.
This isn't about seeing him all the time, but the fact that you should be worried about him more than some trip to Hawaii. If I were you or your mom, I wouldn't care about having to pay a little or canceling and would stay here to be with my dad.
Well, it doesn't matter what you do, because you're not even coming with us.
You both really plan on going still. I have no idea how you have the nerve to do that right now.
Oh, come on, Lexi. This is one of the things that always drives me up the wall with you. How you always act like you're so right about everything.
Uh-huh.
No matter how you try and make me feel bad about my choice, I'm going to Hawaii. Tonight I'll be home to get my things together, and then I'm heading back to my parents' place to stay until the trip. Don't even try stopping me anymore.
Wait.
No!
What the heck, Cameron?
All right, I'm getting on the plane right now.
So you both really are leaving?
It's my job as my mom's son to be here for her when she wants to go out and do something.
That's weird though, considering her husband is in the hospital in really bad shape right now. I wonder what's going on inside her head right now.
You're starting to get on my nerves here, Lexi.
I'm just going to tell you this one last thing then. If your dad does end up waking up during the time that you're both away, I'm going to have to tell him everything that's going on with his wife and his son, okay?
Go right ahead. I know for a fact he's not waking up while we're gone. Well, even if he does wake up, he'll at least have you there to care for him. And make sure you don't wander off, leaving him without any family, all right? So, with that, I'll be back in a week.
I guess we'll just have to see what happens then.
Lexi, Happy New Year!
Wait, David, Happy New Year! How has your body been doing after being asleep for so long?
Well, I'm still working out a lot of the kinks, but I have to say that all the hospital food actually tastes pretty good after not eating for so long, and I'm really looking forward to getting even better.
That's so amazing to hear.
By the way, something tells me that both Cameron and Lucy ended up still going to Hawaii then?
Yeah. Cameron ended up taking your place and going with your wife. They left yesterday.
I see.
I'm sorry that I couldn't stop them. I told them over and over again not to go while you were in the hospital, but they never listened to me. They never even bothered to come see you in the hospital after you were taken in by the ambulance.
That's alright, Lexi. I was the one that told my wife not to push herself to come see me if I ended up slipping into a coma. So she had every right to have gone away for a bit expecting that I wasn't going to wake up. I'm sure she just remembered that I said that, and so she didn't mean any harm by leaving to Hawaii still with Cameron.
Then I suppose that I wasn't going to change their minds after all.
Well, even if I hadn't said that to her, I doubt she would have stayed. I remember after being helped from the car accident by your family and you, that my wife had already been pretty reluctant to come see me because me being so badly hurt and sick would ruin the trip. Of course, a small part of me wanted to tell her to stay by my side as I was in the hospital, but she was very excited for the trip, and so I never had it in me to change her either.
David.
I'm sorry that I've told you all this, but I thought it'd be best that you knew what was going on.
Thank you.
But there is a reason for them wanting to be away on this trip, and I think you should be ready to understand what I mean by that.
I see. Well, for the time being, I will prepare myself for what's next and to help you.
Thank you, Lexi.
Lexi? Tomorrow my mom and I will be coming back, so can you come get us from the airport?
Uh-huh. You want me to come all the way there? Don't you realize that the airport is a couple hours away from our place? Why not just take the bus back to our place from there? Or at least get an Uber or something to go home in?
Well, we have a lot of things with us. You're my wife, so you have to listen to everything my mom and I ask for.
Well, before we continue with this, your dad woke up.
Really?
When I was going to go and see him, he had woken up and started talking to me.
Are you serious about that?
He says that he has enough energy to text you guys, so I'll let him handle this.
He can't really be awake already, right? You're lying, right?
Cam,
Hi, Dad.
did you have a good time in Hawaii? I know that you went there in my place, right?
Right. Well, we went to all sorts of beaches and stayed at a few really nice resorts. Even went out and tried surfing for the first time in my life.
I see. I'm sure it was a great time, leaving your dad who was in a coma behind so that you could go out to Hawaii, huh? You both are coming home tomorrow, I hear? I'd make sure that you enjoy whatever time you have left there before having to come back and see me, okay?
Hey, Dad.
Well, I guess I should get things started then.
What are you going to get started? I'm sure you're just really happy to see us again, right? Maybe there'll be some sort of surprise for us when we get home, right?
Just make sure to let your mom know that she needs to be prepared for what comes next.
Dad? Maybe you're less happy and more mad then? Hey, Lexi, what is this? Why is there a divorce form?
So you've made it back home now? Hope you made it back okay.
But what is going on with this divorce form laying on the counter?
Well, about you, Cameron. You were in Hawaii with another woman, correct?
Why do you say that?
Well, your dad started to look into your mom about her cheating, and lo and behold, you ended up being with another woman as well. And then once your dad found out about that, he told me.
What? So you know about Mom as well then?
That's right, we both do. We both figured that you guys really continued with that trip, not because you didn't want to pay any cancellation fees, but because you both were going to have an affair, correct? I hope you both had fun at least.
No, hold up. If you really think about this, things don't seem to add up, right? Do you really think my dad could have done all of that when he was in a coma for so long?
Well, he told me that he's been looking into your mom for over half a year now. That's before he ever got into that accident, Cameron. And your dad has actually been awake for a month now. Did you know that?
What?
Of course not, because neither you or your mom ever came to see him. When I started going to the hospital to help care for him, he opened his eyes.
What? You hid that from both my mom and I?
Well, when he asked me where the two of you were, I told him that they didn't plan to come see you. And so he told me everything and asked that I keep my mouth shut about it.
Why though?
Well, your dad was a little upset about the fact that neither of you two wanted to be around him when he was in his time of need.
But why would he never tell us that he was at least awake?
Cameron, your dad knows that you aren't actually his son.
What?
I never really knew that you weren't your dad's real son, and David didn't really know either until he started looking deeper into things. But now he knows that the man that your mom went to see in Hawaii is actually your real dad. So really, this whole trip was going to be both your real parents, you, and then that woman you wanted to cheat on me with, correct? I'm not sure why I say that like it didn't end up happening, because you guys did see them and enjoy your time in Hawaii with them.
You know all about that now. Dang it.
I'm sure that your mom will soon be finding the divorce paperwork that I've placed in her living room for her to find.
Huh?
Your dad asked me to help him place it there while he stayed in his hospital bed.
Are you kidding me?
Ah, that's right. David has gone ahead and changed to a new hospital, so if either of you try to come and talk to him, you'll find that you're both too late.
Where did he go to, Lexi?
Well, I'm not sure about where myself.
Why don't you know? Out of all the things that he decided to tell you about, he never mentioned the next hospital he'd be going to?
Well, he realized once you both came back from Hawaii, he wouldn't want anything to do with you guys. The last time I spoke with him was yesterday, and then after that, we decided not to talk to one another anymore. So I haven't heard anything else from him since. And in the case of David, he doesn't know where I am currently either. I think if you want to find anything else about David's whereabouts, perhaps you'll have some luck talking to his lawyer when he starts talking with your mom about all of this.
He even got a lawyer involved in this?
Well, why the heck wouldn't he be, Cameron? As a matter of fact, I'm also going to be getting a lawyer soon. So when that happens, you'll be hearing from them instead of me, okay?
You're getting one as well?
There's some information and a few business cards with those divorce papers you found, right? Those will be the lawyers I plan to get involved with to help me see all this through.
Hey, can we at least talk this over a bit more in person? You've been married for 3 years now, so you have to have the heart to want to talk things through, right?
We've been married for 3 years, yet you choose to cheat on me. What made you think that was an okay thing to do when you should have the heart to talk to me? And also, even though he was never your father and never knew that, he raised you all the way to the point you're at now and learned recently that you aren't his and his wife has been cheating on him all this time. Imagine being in his shoes and having to feel all the emotions he's having now just trying to deal with all of this. Especially after an accident that left him in a coma. Honestly, I might have stayed to talk things through with you over cheating on me, but what really pissed me off was you just leaving your dad in the hospital while he was dealing with all of this to go to Hawaii with your cheating mom. So me leaving you is justified, right?
But, Lexi...
Don't say my name anymore, okay? I've got to get going now.
Huh?
Make sure that I get all of the money I asked for in the settlement, okay? Please and thank you.
What? Dad! I still really do think of you as my real father. And what happened with me and going to Hawaii and while I was there,
Perfect timing. I want you to tell this to your mom for me as well. I'm not going to change my mind about the divorce. And as for me and you, Cam, I'm planning on cutting all ties I have to you.
What?
And right now, I'm getting myself a new phone and a new number, so neither you or your mom will ever be able to find me or contact me ever again. Then, once you're never able to talk with me or see me again, you'll have to go through my lawyer, who is looking forward to talking with you both.
But, Dad...
I need to get back to getting my new phone now.
Dad, please!
To start, David had a long talk with his lawyer about how he wanted both his wife and his son to be taken out of his will, as well as for both of them to get nothing from him in the divorce. When this was brought up to both Cameron and Lucy, neither of them wanted to agree to what David was asking and tried begging for him to rethink what he had planned to do to them. Of course, he didn't budge, and so Lucy signed the document first, followed by Cameron doing the same with huge reluctance. And then, instead of taking any settlement from Cameron and Lucy, he only asked that Cameron's real dad pay him. In my case, I went and had a settlement made for both Cameron and the woman that he cheated on me with. Once they had both paid the money that I had asked for, they were left with the realization that I just took $15,000 from the both of them, and that things were going to become much harder. Cameron ended up leaving his job due to all the stress and returned back to his mom and real dad with his new girlfriend, where they all started to live together with very little money to their name. Now, the only person that seems to be working any sort of job is the real father, and he is left with himself and 3 people that he'll have to start trying to care for.
Hi, Lana. About the costumes for the party at the kindergarten, but could you make one for my kid too?
What? Do it yourself.
Huh? Lana, are you saying that while knowing who I am?
What do you mean who you are? You're Brooklyn, the mother of one of the kids in the same class, right?
That's not what I meant. Do you really not know who I am?
Well, I did just move here 2 weeks ago, so I don't really know much about the other mothers at the kindergarten. I actually grew up in this town, but have been away for 7 years due to my husband's work.
You haven't heard anything from the other mothers? Like why you shouldn't disagree with me or something?
I haven't exactly heard anything about you from the other mothers.
What? Isn't it the underlings' job to teach things like that to newbies?
Underlings?
The other mothers from the kindergarten. I'll need to ask my husband to teach them a lesson later on.
What's this about your husband?
Huh? Well, since you asked, I'll tell you. My husband's job is something that starts with a G.
G? A garbage collector?
Huh? Are you alright?
That's the only job I could think of which starts with a G.
You're not trying to make a joke, are you?
I can think of one other job that starts with a G, though.
Yes, that's it.
But it's such a stupid answer. I'd really sound like I was trying to make a joke if I told you.
Huh?
I just won't tell you, okay?
What? No! This is the part where you tell me.
But I'm not that stupid to embarrass myself on purpose.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I need to go to the supermarket now. So, see you later.
Wait, what's wrong with you?
How are you, ma'am? It's Henry.
Hi, Henry. Didn't I tell you to stop calling me ma'am? We stopped doing that during my great-uncle's time. We're no longer an organization that has to hide from the public. So, just call me Mrs. Wilson.
But I swore that I would follow you always after you saved me from a group of thugs. I just wanted to show my respect to you who saved my life, so forgive me. I already received permission from both your father and your husband.
Jesus, you really be stubborn sometimes. Just don't do it in front of Mr. Smith, alright?
Understood. Changing topics, do you have anything planned for Saturday, ma'am?
Saturday? Nothing really. Why?
Your father says he wants to have dinner with your family.
Is that why you texted me in the first place?
Yes!
Ugh, Jesus. Why is Dad so... He could just tell me directly instead of having to go through you.
I love how quiet and stoic he is.
Oh, is that so? He's not quiet and stoic, though. He's just too shy.
That's not bad as well. On the outside, he looks stoic and tough, but when it comes to the daughter he loves and her family, he becomes shy. The kind of gap in personalities is also pretty cool.
I see. And where are we going to be having dinner?
You got a reservation at the high-class sushi restaurant, Yutsubi Sushi.
Oh, the one his old friend runs?
If it's okay, he said he'll contact you about the time later on. So, will you be going?
Anytime's okay for me.
Got it. I'll tell your father.
Got it. Thanks.
That's it, ma'am. Farewell.
Oh my, what brings you here, Lana? Do you know where this is? This is the high-class sushi restaurant Yutsubi Sushi. Do you get it? My husband always comes here. The head chef's an old friend of my husband. If you want to enter the restaurant, you need to get my permission first, you know? But I don't seem to have heard anything from you.
Oh, you were the one spamming me with notifications. I'm having dinner with my dad with my family. This is not a place to act like an idiot, Brooklyn. So, let's be a little bit more civilized, shall we?
What?
I'll talk to you later. So let's just enjoy the sushi the chef's making for us right now. Bye.
Wait, Lana, you're the one who's an idiot. I actually pity you for being so dumb. So I'll tell you clearly. My husband is the head of a gang. I'll show you exactly what happens if you resist me.
Are you alright, ma'am?
Good evening, Henry.
They said someone shoved a bunch of wasabi into your mouth at a sushi restaurant.
Oh, did the chef tell you?
Yes, I heard that it was a mother of one of the other kids from the kindergarten. Her name was Brooklyn Wilson, right? She has the same last name as you, huh? What a coincidence. She scooped up a bunch of wasabi from one of the containers on the counter and put it into your mouth, right? I'll go over and teach her a lesson!
No, we don't do such rowdy things anymore.
But ma'am...
I spit out the wasabi and washed my mouth. So I'm fine now, really.
But...
It's fine. Obviously, I don't just intend on not doing anything.
Lana, did the wasabi I shoved into your mouth for resisting me taste good? You understand now, right? If you want to eat at that high-class sushi restaurant, then you better ask my husband for permission. Then I might let you in. Of course, you'll be the one paying.
Stop getting all high and mighty just because your husband's a gang boss.
What? You still intend on resisting? What I did back at the restaurant was just the start. Stop getting all mad just because I shoved some wasabi in your mouth.
And you should really stop speaking, Faker.
Huh?
Can I ask you something, Brooklyn? Is this husband of yours who you claim is a gang boss now the CEO of a company that runs a construction business around here?
Huh?
That's so strange. I haven't heard anything about my father getting a new wife.
What? Your father?
Jesus! Just because we turned clean during my great-uncle's era and have since then been working to join the masses doesn't mean you can just pretend to be the boss's wife.
What? Are you the boss's daughter?
Not the boss, the CEO. I'm the daughter of the man you keep insisting is your husband.
No way!
Not only that, but my father was with me yesterday at Yutsuba Sushi.
What?
He saw that you're taking advantage of his position, and so he got mad at your actual husband at the company today.
He told my husband?
Yep, His last name is also Wilson, right? So you thought you could get away with it since my dad and your husband have the same last name, right?
Wait, hold on. Your father isn't the CEO younger? He was tall and had a scar on his forehead.
Oh, that's my brother you're talking about.
Huh?
He's next in line to be CEO. He's running things now, so he'll be ready for next year when he becomes CEO. So maybe that's why you made a mistake? By the way, the scar on his forehead is from a scratch his pet cat gave him.
A cat?
Well, you better talk to your real husband about what to do from now. I'll make sure he puts some sense into you.
What do you mean?
It means that you'll never be able to use our family name to your advantage again.
What? Lana, can you please talk to my husband?
What is it?
He's going to divorce me at this rate. He'll probably get custody of our child too.
Oh, and?
A child needs a mother.
That child is probably better off with no mother than to one like you.
What?
According to my son, your daughter said that she liked her father more than her mother because her mother pretends to be tough and is mean and scary.
What?
My father, who you pretended was your husband, told your actual husband that he needs to do something so that you won't take advantage of them having the same last name again. Having him divorce you and forcing you to revert to your maiden name is the fastest method.
But I have no family anymore. A lot happened, but in the end they cut ties with me. I've got nowhere to go if we got divorced.
And?
Do something about it, please.
This is what you get for trying to force others into submission without actually having anything to back it up.
But...
You know, I hate people like you who act all high and mighty, but come crying for help just when they're in trouble.
But still...
I don't care.
But...
Cut it.
Can I just...
Don't contact me ever again. Brooklyn's husband divorced her a month after what happened. After consideration of the two's economic situation, custody of their daughter was given to her husband. Brooklyn tried going to her parents for help, but since they had already cut ties with her, she was immediately turned away. Apparently the reason they cut ties with her in the first place was because she once got arrested for theft. Her husband didn't know this when they got married, and only found out once the divorce was set in motion. No wonder he was given custody of their daughter. It seems that Brooklyn moved near to where she grew up. She got into some trouble with her neighbors, and this is what she said to the police when they arrested her. "I am supported by the gang!" She was restrained and taken away, and it seems no one's seen her after that.